Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma's offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the offense clearly saying we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this...
Slips a tackle and he's got room. Can anyone catch him? The 20. Touchdown Sooners. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Maryland's offense will take the field for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Trying play action. Got him downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Terrapins! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a
job threading the needle in that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Grabbed behind the line. It's York. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Floating away quickly to the tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Second down coming up. Power football with the run. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the Sooners brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Off play action. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets it out fast.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Good timing on the quick out. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing through.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to knock it.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field, they got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
On the return, it's Brown. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Maryland! return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll run the toss. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback will audible. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown Sooner! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right now.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Finley. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now on second down. Back to the air one more time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that. Getting them on the ground, that's why they've built a lead.
This is a third and long. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. offense will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First down for this offense. The give to the left. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Looking to throw on second down. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Oh, what a move. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Terrapins will hustle to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
On the ground, it's Sims. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Terrapins are rolling down the field. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They want to throw it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Terrapins!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on him.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Sims. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out and back to the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Wants to fire on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. And you think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do, throwing the ball in the
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the Sooners are threatening in the red zone. He's looking for a man on second down, using the quick game. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Tackled, but he has a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll try the left side. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's looking to throw it. He's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Offense gets set for second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first half.
To the air on first down. Coming after it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Got it behind the line. It's Sims. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it. Oh, look out. There he goes. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Terrapins. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he'll let it fly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The Sooners line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Kick catch interference. Kicking.
So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams. On first down, here comes this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Terrapins are threatening in the red zone. He's back to throw on second down. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
From the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
They'll try the right side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Trying to get... He's going for it all. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Got his man downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They're trying to get to it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On second down, just keeps firing. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like he happened this play.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Fires to the tight end. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. And the kick is good. He did it in the middle of a monsoon, and the hands were sure. The hold was perfect, and the kick was a winner. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clubs, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.